soldier. Now man. Yeah.
And the talking, dance to the beat of a distant.
Ah, yes. Bajjajja baffe batabalanga babuukabuuka ng'empungu mu bbanga bwe bakomanga w'embuzi ne tubaaga ne batunyumiza olwo bwe balabye eyo mu mawanga dati bajjajja baffe batabalanga babuukabuuka ng'empungu. What? And we home. What? And we home. Yes.
Yeah. GNL Zamba atuse mu kizimbe.
What's up?
Miriam Tama all together bebayite Nsimbi. Nsimbi. Ladies and gentlemen, GNL Zamba and the baby girl Miriam Tama, the wife, known as Nsimbi, are in the building.
Yes, tuli mu kizimbe sawa zineno. Uganda yaffe, and we're here to say hi to the people.
Yeah.
And speaking about the people, just say hi to your fans. They've been needing you. They've been wanting you.
Baboon Forest edi mu kizimbe, G1000 edi mu kizimbe, Nsimbi fans bali mu kizimbe. Bwe tubeera kibeera kiri alaali. Now we're back. I want to say hi to all of my people that have been supporting me all through my life and all through my career. Kawempe all the way to Hollywood. Muna tubaagala nnyo. Say hi.
From Newton, Massachusetts. Are you in the house? I don't think so, but that's okay. From Gulu.
Yeah, Gulu. What's up, Gulu?
Kampala.
Yeah.
Everywhere,
Hala.
LA. Yeah.
We say that in Luganda.
I wish I
Now
could.
that's going to be a puzzle. That's a Rubik's Cube now.
That's the next. That's the next project. I
Before we
think.
say anything, we just, as NTV, the whole family, not just NTV The Beat, we want to congratulate the two of you for saying I do.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you
We
very
didn't get the card,
Thank you.
but that's okay.
Doina visa.
For saying I do. It's fantastic. How's that journey been, though?
It's been a great journey, really amazing. Having someone that you can partner with really changes you in so many ways that you even never expected. And but the strange thing is that it doesn't feel different because we've been together for so long. It's coming to about 7-8 years now.
Yeah.
We only got married last year, so nothing has really changed except that we're
Making it
partners in
official.
business. We tour together, go on tour, and we create events in LA together. So. Amazing.
Amazing. Speaking about things not changing, we do have some pictures that actually show the evolvement of GNL.
Wow.
So normally what happens when
Should
the
I
show-
be embarrassed?
No.
Am I
So
going
normally what happens in the
Okay,
show,
so-
we flash a picture of you,
Wow.
and you tell us ta 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 ta.
Wow.
Yes. What is going on? What are you
Let's see.
thinking?
Let's
Okay,
see
let's
that.
start the journey. I told you we'd get him on this one.
Damn. Let me tell you something.
Yes.
So that was my family coming together around Christmas time. And I was really young, but I remember them gathering everybody. And that's a picture of a very confident man who was going to own the world one day. So that's in Mukono at my home village.
Wow.
And it's like a group of people, except that they're all cut out. And that's the youngest picture I have of me.
Fine.
Oh.
Then that
Wow. This one is when I was working with the Oscar winner for this,
Mahershala Ali,
for last year,
Moonlight,
Mahershala Ali.
Green Book.
Yes. And he
Yeah.
has so many. He has also done, when was it called Cottonmouth? The one which was in Harlem. There are so many that he has done. There are so many projects that he's really hot in Hollywood right now. A very well sought after person, both in New York and Hollywood. So we were working on a short film over there.
Wow.
And yeah, we got to interact and talk about music because he raps as well. And yeah, that's where we are.
Okay.
That's the BFE. That's the BFE. Now the funny story is the person you see holding the baboon mask right there
Yes.
was DJ Vito, who was our official DJ as we're starting out.
Yeah.
You have Monji, you have Big Trio, then
At
you
the
have...
extreme end.
Yes, at the extreme end, Trio was still... Yeah.
Vito was not
Vito in the Mr. DJ
with the
video as
afro.
well with the afro.
Yeah.
That was him holding the baboon face. And that's the most handsome man. This side of the prime meridian, and then behind me is Sayi.
Okay.
Who is our plug? Who is
Okay.
our plug?
Let's stop at that.
Yeah.
When we come back after the break, we'll pick it up from there. Is that all right?
Let's pick it up from there. You got me by that picture.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting
Right
that.
after the break, we still talk to GNL and, of course, the lovely wife, Tamar. Coca-Cola. You'll definitely test the feeling. We're live in studio catching up with Nsimbi.
What's up?
Also aka known as GNL Zamba and his lovely wife Tamar in the building. Before we go any further, somebody's just come into my inbox right now. She's called Mariam and she's watching from Munyonyo with her daughter Whitney. And she is saying, oh my God, GNL Zamba is back in the country. Banange, I can see Omwana we Mamba, Zamba, my brother. NTV The Beat, thank you for this. Muliwakabe nyo. Where did you even get GNL from? Yeah. Yesterday, we used the drone and we got GNL up to here. So
GNL is home.
Mariam. Mariam from Munyonyo.
Yes, Mariam, with your daughter, you're seated right there. I can see you right now.
Yeah.
You're seated right there. I can see you with your daughter.
With
Thank
me.
you so much for the love. Yes, we are back in the country, and it feels amazing. It feels good. So thank you for the support all through the years, and hope one day we'll meet.
She sounds so shocked from her messages. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
you know the funny
so
thing.
many
The funny
people are
thing
shocked.
is that she's called Mariam and she's called Miriam.
Miriam.
So it's like it's a vibe. It's a vibe.
Yeah.
So we're soul sisters.
Definitely.
We still have some more pictures. We just want to catch up with GNL. So much to talk about, but pictures are worth 1,000 words.
Wow. Okay. This is my one of my earliest stages of acting.
Yeah.
So we're shooting a courtroom scene right there. So it's more like leaning on the side of reality TV.
Yeah.
But I moved on from there. I no longer do those ones. I'm a big man now.
Yeah.
And that,
So-
what comes to your head?
In this picture?
Yes.
In this picture, it's me working on mixing an album, and it's called the Spear album.
This is not yet out.
It's not yet out. So
Yeah.
this was me at the studios in Hollywood, mixing that album, and it was like late in the night, and I prefer sometimes working alone. So a friend of mine came in and snapped that. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Miriam, you want to tell us about this?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For my EP, my solo EP, Fire Dance,
yeah.
I did a remix, and for the music video, I collaborated with Breakdance Project Uganda, and this is a shot from the video of the amazing dancers.
B-ballers.
The B-boys,
Yeah, that's amazing.
B-girls,
Yeah.
they're amazing, yeah, so, yeah.
And that-
Check out that video.
Oh yeah. So.
Beautiful piece.
Yeah.
Aw.
And you have it with you.
Yeah.
Tell us about
Oh, I'll
this.
tell, yeah. So, yeah.
Look at Jenna looking.
Yeah, it's like, what was that? No, we were nominated in 4 categories at the Independent Music Awards. It's the only award show that nominates independent artists. It was held in New York, and we actually took home an award for Best World Music Song for our song Leo Ni Leo.
But the most special,
And-
you're not telling them what's the most special feeling. Who closed the show?
We closed the show.
See, we closed the show.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In style.
So we
Yeah.
represented with Luganda because I believe Oteko Kogero Limiria Wamwe and represent Wajova. So we did it with Luganda and she was singing English and our cross-cultural duo was shining through in that moment. It was a very proud moment for us and also a very proud moment for Ugandans everywhere.
Fantastic. This is a
Oh,
very
yeah.
proud moment for us.
Hey, my favorites.
Oh yeah. So this is on our wedding day, the day that we said I do, and this was in Malibu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aww.
Don't do that.
Fantastic.
Wow. What would be running through your head at that particular moment?
In that particular time, actually, I was so happy. I was thinking about when we had met, the first time that we had met, and how we always check in on each other. We're always talking to each other, by the way. Everything that goes on with me, she keeps on checking on with me, and I keep on checking on with her. So that picture actually captures us talking to each other like we just did this. What do you think is going on back there? What do you think they're talking about?
Yeah.
The other side of the fence. You know?
Tama?
You think we were talking to each other? I don't know. I think we were actually like, I think there's like so much prep and work that goes into weddings and events, and like maybe finally like connecting and slowing down for a moment and like having a moment to look into each other's eyes and just be like, oh, we're actually here.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I love the fact that you've talked about connecting. There's a very big disconnect in regards to your music as individuals. He comes from what we call Luger flow, which is basically rap. You come from electronic music. How did that how did you guys fuse together and connect musically speaking?
Yeah. Well, I should say that opposites attract, usually. And when you have two extreme opposites, they always come together.
Yeah.
And always, when you're painting a picture, it's usually dark. You paint dark with light colors. So my music is a little bit on the darker side when I'm battling. And then she brings in the light and the hippie spirit, which is positive. And we meet each other in the middle. Wouldn't you say that that's what it is?
Yeah, I would say we both share a vision in terms of content, like how we see the world and what we want to put out there. So we can explore sonically, but what we're trying to say with messages, or we can make an album that has a theme, and we can decide together what we want to look at, and then that artistically is just like, okay, let's have a vision for this album and work together, and then that's just a fun creative process.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Let me just check in with you real quick. Having been on the side A, the original side A of entertainment in Uganda, and now
now we're on side B?
And now you're on the side B of the entertainment industry of the United States.
Yeah.
Trying to relate what you've seen in between, what do you think is needed to be done here to get to that level?
First of all, I should give credit to the musicians, because the musicians are working so hard. In the US, you have people who have a team behind them, and everybody does everything. Let me say, you have your publicist, you have your road manager, you have your personal manager, you have all those things separated. But in Uganda, the artist has to be their PR, they have to be their own promoter, they have to be their road manager, everything. So there's a lot of hard work that goes into the artist putting a song out there and making it big. That said, I think what's missing in our industry is effective management. What I talk about effective management is knowing the brand that you're controlling, what that brand is about, and knowing who your customer is, and always delivering projects, having your customers in mind, your customers being your fans. And with effective management, that also means the artist doesn't only have to depend on being on a stage somewhere to make money. You can actually make money as an artist. This is one of the discussions I'd like to have with hip-hop artists, because I'm passionate about hip-hop artists, and I would like to contribute more and share some of the things that I've learned with other people.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're going to make sure that comes to pass. But also what is very important, because you're speaking about Ugandan artists. There is a Ugandan artist, I'm sure you know his name, Fefe Busi, who decided to sample one of your songs.
Yes.
He came here on set and he actually confessed he had never met you, but ever since, like I was telling you earlier, he's been looking up to you. And I mean, hundreds of other guys out there, they look up to you as a legend in the hip-hop game.
Yes.
What do you have to say about these people that look up to you in regards to hip-hop in Uganda?
First of all, I have to say that that's a blessing. Very few people can stand somewhere in the world and say, I've inspired more than 1,000 people in the world. Very few people have that. So I have to be thankful for that. That said, to whom much is given, much is also tested. You always have to turn your greatness into even something greater each and every time, because you have to challenge other people to also do better. And looking at most of these people, every time I meet someone, my inboxes are always full, because there's always someone telling me, Story Luka got me through this, or Musajja ozitania liamanyi, oba ensiwe kuba bulongo bwavu buluma abantu. Like all these songs are people's songs. And so it didn't surprise me that Fefe Busi chose that song, because by the time I also wrote that song, I was struggling, you know? And to me, it was a ghetto kind of anthem. Like if you come from the ghetto, you have to really, really fight hard, and really make it. So He created his own version. I have my own version. I've had so many other versions. So right now it's a theme that's going on. Koi Koi is everybody's story.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have about 7 minutes to climax this
Yes.
interview. But somebody's texting me asking me, Dougie, nice, thank you for the show. We just want to ask you, we know that GNL Zamba is one of the people that were really close to the late radio. How much of an artist do you miss radio and a friend?
It didn't really really hit me until we were having dinner, our very first dinner here, and we're looking at our friends, trying to call our friends, telling them that we are in, and she just began crying because all of us know him. It's really, really hurtful. It's like it took a certain spirit of Uganda away from us because he embodied so much. But sometimes you don't really know how much you miss people until they're no longer there.
True.
Radio and I used to get into arguments about philosophy, whether about money or women or whatever it was, and it would be a back and forth. So I no longer have somebody to spar with mentally, and also musically. I'm missing out on a brother and a very good friend, one of the most talented people I've ever met.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay. Away from radio, which we truly miss his storytelling, you too are storytellers. Well, you're a ghetto storyteller, which is like a storyteller from California.
Yeah.
We're looking at the album Simbi.
Yes.
So many stories, but there's something familiar about all these stories, all these 13 stories here. It's about the positivity in your music. Looking at this album, what can you say really was going through your head in composing all these songs? Miriam?
Yeah. So the album is based on Swahili proverbs, and then the proverbs connect to Baganda folklore. So the stories are kind of expelled from the folklore, and then we wove stories around that. So Zamba would create his story, and then I would take my personal experience or my understanding of the proverbs and the folklore and write my verse as well. So that's what's going on with each song.
Yeah. I should add to that the stories, the Nsimbi itself, Nsimbi is this bead right here that I'm wearing. I'm going to be brief on this. Nsimbi is this shell that you can find on every planet, on every shore in the world, right? So the Nsimbi also happens to be my grandfather's name, the name that we carry as a family.
Can you just zoom it in as you talk?
Oh, yeah. The name that we have as a family. But to us, Nsimbi represents connecting people that don't have the same background together but have similar aspirations. On that album, you have themes of love, you have themes of being good to each other and basically being positive. And I believe the world needs more positivity in the world. So that's why we created this album.
Fantastic.
Okay. Where do we pick this?
Oh, yes. What was the question?
Where do we pick this?
Oh, yeah. So it's available with, I think, SulaPay. And also the music is available on iTunes, Tidal, also available on YouTube Music. So you can also get physical copies somewhere. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so we have so much to talk about. We're running out of time, but the album is available. You can reach me directly and also online. Get it?
Yeah. All right, man. Thank you for coming through, GNL. Thank you for coming through, Tamar. Thank you for coming through, Nsimbi.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, we guys are some of your biggest fans, and here we're all about love.
Thank you.
We love you to do that. We don't have to tell you that. GNL. We don't have to tell you that.
Yeah.
All right, yo, there you have it. Contact GNL on all his social media platforms, and definitely you'll have a copy of the CD. It's as simple as ABC. We've been NTV The Beat. Thank you, DJ Brian. Thank you, Sammy, and thank you, Linda. We'll be back tomorrow for Fire Friday. God bless.